Told that the two diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular and asked which of the two statements are necessarily true. So an example of a shape which it is true for is a kite. Then when you draw the diagonal in, they're perpendicular and there is a line of symmetry going down the kite. But actually this gives us motivation because what if I drew my kite not so great? Maybe I draw it like that. And suddenly there is no line of symmetry going on. And that's all I need. I've just got to find one where it doesn't work. This one is not necessarily true. A nice way of constructing actually is to draw your two diagonals in and make it so there is no line of symmetry, like here, and then join it up. Again, I get a kite. When I did it, I actually thought about trapezium. I don't want to make it too long, so let's make it quite short. Draw the diagonal in. I just convinced myself, okay, this doesn't quite look 90, but there must be one where I could draw it. And again, the diagonals themselves do not form a line of symmetry, even though there is a line of symmetry on an isosceles trapezium. But anyway, that's enough evidence, isn't it? And then the midpoints of the side of Q are the vertices of a square. So if I could look at the ones that I've already drawn. I mean, that's looking a bit like a square, to be fair. But what if I kind of just really elongate a kite? This is actually looking more like a rhombus, but it's still a kite. A rhombus is an example of a kite because a kite is just a shape where you have these two lengths the same and these two the same. That's that's pretty much it. So then a rhombus actually just has all of them the same. But in any case, the diagonals, they are going to be perpendicular. But when I draw the midpoints in now and join them, you can see I'm going to get a rectangle instead of a square. Okay, and you could stretch it even more if you wanted to. So this one is also not necessarily true. Could be true. 1 and 2 could be true, but they're not necessarily true. And that means our answer is actually going to be A. Nice.